What's going on, guys? My name is James Travis, and today I'm going to help you find out exactly what your goals for the future are. If you know anything about me, my favorite superhero is the Flash. This guy can run so fast he can even go back in time. Sometimes he even travels to the future. Today I'm going to be walking you through an exercise that talks about our future. I can't wait to get started. First, I'm going to show you what this exercise looks like and why it's important. This is the time travel exercise that we're going to be doing today. Before we begin, I want to explain why this exercise is important. By the end of this video, you're going to have a better understanding of why you do what you do and how financial literacy and independence fits into your life. This exercise has been adopted from Keller Realty Incorporated, but I found it in one of my favorite books, Will It Fly by Pat Flynn. To complete this exercise, you're going to need three things: a blank sheet of paper, a pen, and your imagination. Next, I'm going to walk you through this exercise so we can do it together. I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself running. You're running faster than you ever have before in your life. You're running so fast that you end up 5 years into the future. And you're at a coffee shop. Well, me, I don't like coffee, so I'm going to be at a food court. And I run into an old friend. I'm telling my old friend about how my life is and why it couldn't be any better than it is right now. For this exercise, you're going to be determining what's happening 5 years from now that makes you respond that your life couldn't be any better. Now here's the fun part. We're going to put it all on paper. Okay, so now we've traveled into the future. We see our future self and an old friend of ours from high school. And we're talking to him and we're telling him everything about our life right now. On this sheet of paper, I want you to fold it in half once each direction. So when you unfold the paper, there'll be 4 squares. In those 4 separate quadrants, you're going to define the most important categories of your life. For me personally, it's my family, my health, my professional career, and finances. Maybe some of your categories are a little bit different. For example, if you're a professional athlete and hope to make the Winter Olympics next time it rolls around, maybe one of your most important categories should be training. And in each one of those categories, I want you to define to your friend why your life is awesome. Don't think of this exercise as a wish list or a dream list. The only thing that you should be thinking about is what your reality is 5 years from now. If you can't really think of anything, try to imagine that your friend asks you what else is going on related to that, and keep your list going until you can't add to it anymore. We're going to be doing this exercise together, except mine is at like 5 times the speed because I took forever to write all this down. Some of the most important things to me under the area of family is that my family and I work together as a team. Everybody understands and fulfills their role. Also, I would like to be mentally present when I'm with the people that I care about, and I won't allow myself to become distracted by work or technology while I'm with those people. At this point in my life, I'm pretty confident that I'd be married, and the person that I'm married to, I consider them to be my best friend, and we treat each other that way. Some other things that are important to me as far as health goes is that I have 10% body fat and still look good in a suit. I still want to cook the majority of my meals, but I like to try learning some new ones also. I put this one under health, even though it might be considered under family, but it's more of a mental thing. I want to make my home a place where my family can communicate openly, honestly, and effectively. For my professional career, I want to be doing what I'm doing now. I want to help young adults transition into adulthood. I want to have the chance to use my creative skills every day, and I want work to be challenging. I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. I want to constantly be able to grow, learn, and evolve, and be better. 2 things that are really important for me is I really want to be organized in the future and have all my long-term goals reverse engineered into daily steps so I can wake up in the morning and know exactly what it is that I need to be doing. And secondly, I want to regularly sit down and analyze what works and what doesn't, at least once a month. The final category that I care about is finances. I want to continue to spend money wisely and never just spend it just because I can. That doesn't mean myself and the family can enjoy new learning experiences and travel as long as we plan for them in advance. I heard somewhere that the number one reason why couples divorce is over money, so I really want my wife and myself to never fight about it. Another thing that's related to money that is really important to me is how my kids will understand it. I want them to have a head start understanding money and making wise financial decisions. Our children will be encouraged to be creative and entrepreneurial, so they won't fear failure. These are just some of the things that I wrote down on my list. If you want to see the entire thing, I've got it linked in the description below. As we time travel back to the present, I want you to think about the activity that we just completed. Envisioning our future and how we're going to get there is a form of investing in ourselves. Now that we finished this exercise, we've got this piece of paper that basically defines our future self. Everything on this paper is who I want to become, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way about your paper. This exercise is to help you make decisions based on that. The first time I completed this exercise, I was able to see that some of the things that I was doing on a day-to-day basis didn't align with who I wanted to be in the future. The good news is I also saw what I was doing well. Maybe you'll realize that you're on track, or if you're like me, you're doing some things that won't take you to where you want to be in life. The great news is we now have time to make some future changes. Because of this time travel experiment, you know all about your future self. Now that just leaves you to ask yourself the question, does your financial knowledge and your personal development that you already have currently take you to that future that you envision? If not, this exercise is going to catch any red flags that will keep you from getting there. That means you have two options. You can either not make any changes and decide that you don't want the future that you've envisioned for yourself, or you can make the changes now to take you where you want to be. I hope you can take something from this time travel experiment that will make you a better person. Thanks for watching. What are some of the things that are most important to you? Feel free to leave a comment below. I can't wait to read them.